2 days ago, the president of Zambia, Frederick Chiluba, phoned me. Now, he is far younger than me. I think he's in his 60s. And in meetings, he always speaks to me with great respect. And sometimes when we don't agree, and he says, now look, I'm not convinced, Mr. President, of what you're saying. But in our custom, we never challenge an old man. But he projected a new image 2 days ago when he phoned me. He did not make a request to me. He gave me an instruction. And he said, Madiba, I want you to support President Clinton. He was not speaking for himself. He was not speaking for himself. And he said so. He said, I'm speaking for the continent of Africa. When he addressed our parliament, he almost brought down the walls of that building. When he said, we in the United States have been asking a wrong question. We have been saying, what can we do for Africa? That was a wrong question. The right question was, what can we do with Africa? That is the man, my friend, who I respect so much, but he clearly is changing American foreign policy.
Oh, wow, that's Nelson. Wow, that's great, isn't it? Hi, welcome to this our video. My name is Judo Silva and I coordinate the Natural and Sustainable Generations Initiative. The initiative acts to develop a sense of care for the planet or planet Earth, whilst it's developing positive mindsets of global populations in attempt to create more prolific change agents in our communities, with the youths taking center stage. We are in this our session known as the Sustainable Courts, and it's just a continuation on that our great father you've just watched that and his great words. We are still talking about Nelson Madiba Mandela and his most famous quotes. Well, under the Sustainable Courts session, we choose one outstanding individual deemed the key in the environment. We talk about and we look at their most famous lessons, the ones labeled the famous quotes of a person. We look at those famous quotes and what we can learn from them. Not necessarily to be like them, but these people jotted down this because they wanted us human beings to follow them, to take them to heart. Well, it may not be, they may not be with us now, like Mary, like Queen Elizabeth, like Samuel Walton, like John D. Rockefeller, They left us, but then they left great words of wisdom, words of encouragement, words of knowledge with us. So under the sustainable quote session, we use these people's famous quotes, not necessarily only them and more to come. This time we are looking at Nelson Madiba Mandela. Well, we have first videos where we talked about Nelson Madiba Mandela and his most famous quotes: a great leader, a great father, a great change agent on the African soil, political activist, and he did everything here on the planet, on our planet, including the African soil. We really are blessed to have met him, or we thank God for his life he had with us. Well, the sustainable quotes now. Live life. Nelson Mandela says, live life as though nobody is watching and express yourself as though everyone is listening. Nelson Madiba Mandela says, live life as though nobody is watching and express yourself as though everybody is listening. Don't fear around. This is what Nelson is telling us. Live your life as though nobody is watching. Don't live life of camera every time you want to be seen, whatever you want to be seen. I want to be the one known for this. One time it may not work that way, but then express yourself as though everyone is listening. I do not need to be the most popular person in the community, but then I always want whatever I'm doing to be, or whatever I do to be recognized in a way that the community sees it positive. Well, they may not see it positive, but that does me no effect, because I know if I'm doing something right, they may not appreciate, but then with time they will come to appreciate. So live life as though nobody is watching. Don't put yourself in limelight, say every time. The limelight one day may be a disaster to you, but then live normal life. Live like any other human beings. Live like a society member, a community member, like just everyone. Not above anyone, not below anyone. Just be there. Live your life. Nelson says, the next one from Nelson Madiba Mandela. Sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that generation. Nelson Madiba says, sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that generation. Our initiative is known as Nurturing Sustainable Generations. Nelson Madiba Mandela's generation was great, and he made one of that generation. We can be. If these people made history, we can make history. History repeats itself. You can change life. You can change your community wherever you are. You don't need to move somewhere else to change your community. You can change your life where you are. You don't need to move somewhere far to change your community or to change your life. You can be great of that generation. Don't live in a world of people. Choose a road of your own. Successful people always establish a path of their own. Choose the right path. Don't choose the wrong one. Choose a right path for yourself, and I know you can do it, my brother out there. So you can make a great generation if you change your mindset. Be strong-minded and believe that you can achieve everything for the better of the community. Don't mind about who is appreciating, whether they are not appreciating. Do so long as you're doing something good. people will appreciate along the way and they will follow you. Another one from Nelson Madiba Mandela. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. It's what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. It's what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from. Now, some of the youths believe that they want to change their lives, but the main hindering, the main barrier is finance. But then one person in one of our videos said, finance is never scarce. It is a vision. Vision is always scarce. How vision, finances will come? If you're doing something right, trust me, my brother, there will be people to support you. If something impacts the community, it's positive, it does no harm to the community. It's good. Well, it may be on a personal level, or there's someone that is really interested and passionate about what you're doing, and they will come and support you. You have to have that element of belief, and then sell your idea, sell your product. For the NSG, I started as one, but we are a group. We are many now. I started as one inside my room, but then we are many. So it's not what we are given, it's what we have. Start from there. Where you are, start from there. Even 1,000 miles journey starts with the first step. Start from there, and along the way people will join you. Next one from Nelson Madiba Mandela. We must use time creatively and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. We must use time creatively and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. Nelson Madiba Mandela says, we must use time creatively and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. Time is a very important resource. The clock is ever ticking. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're planning, the timing is very right. Now, don't waste time on illicit matters. Don't be a chakara person. Warren Buffett, I think he said, time is a very important resource for a serious person, but it is a waste of. It's not important to a mediocre. It is an asset to an important person or group, but it is nothing to a mediocre. Never be a mediocre. Value time. Time is everything. Time is money. Time is life. Time is change. Always value time. Always value time and use your time. We don't have a forest of years to live in this planet Earth, to live and do everything whatever you want. You may not have 100 or 200 years to live or to exist on this planet, that you therefore you do things sluggishly. Time is very important, and life is short. Life is time. So do things constructively, do things in the right manner. Value time. Always use the time available for you to always change your life. In our next video, we are going to talk more about Nelson Madiba's most famous quotes.